One breathing trick, 2 minutes, and your inflammation can start coming down. If you're dealing with autoimmune flares, swollen, achy joints, or that puffy, foggy, running on empty feeling, this is for you. I'm a nurse who's lived with three autoimmune diseases for 25 years, and I'll show you the exact 2 minute breathing pattern that quiets inflammation, the one part almost everybody gets wrong, and when to do it for the biggest effect. Because this is the piece that so many of us never get told. Most of us have been handed a longer and longer list of things to cut out. And almost nobody teaches the free tool we're already carrying around all day. You breathe about 20,000 times a day. That's 20,000 chances to either wind up your body or calm it down. And when you live with autoimmune issues, that difference isn't small. If you've been told your labs look normal, well, your whole body clearly doesn't feel normal. I want you to hear this. A lot of what we call a flare is your nervous system stuck in high gear, pouring out stress signals that keep the fire lit. So, we're not going to chase one magic supplement today. We're going to press one button your body already has. Let me show you that button. You have a nerve called the vagus nerve. It runs from your brainstem down through your throat, your heart, your lungs, and into your gut. Think of it as the main highway for your rest and heal system. And here's the part most of us are never told about. Scientists have found that this nerve works like a brake on inflammation. When it's switched on, it actually tells your immune cells to stop pumping out inflammatory chemicals. Researchers gave it a name, and they call it the inflammatory reflex. Let that sink in for a second. Your body has a built in reflex to lower inflammation, and you can reach it on purpose. So, what turns the brake off? It's stress, everyday stress that hangs around for a long time in the background. When your body stays in fight or flight like that, the vagus brake goes weak. Your stress hormone, cortisol, stays high, and your immune system keeps the inflammation running in the background. This is the wired but tired feeling that so many of you know. I know it because I lived in it for years, running on empty, but somehow unable to actually settle down. Here's the good news, and it's the whole reason for this video. You can switch that brake back on in about 2 minutes, but only if you do the one thing most breathing advice skips. Most breathing tricks tell you to take a big, deep, heaving breath or to breathe through your mouth. That's the mistake. Because the thing that flips the vagus brake on isn't how deep you breathe, it's how slow you breathe. There's one specific pace where your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your vagus nerve all fall into sync. Researchers call it your resonance pace. And for almost everyone, it lands right around 6 breaths a minute. That's slower than you'd guess. When we're stressed, most of us breathe 2 or 3 times that fast and never get anywhere near it. So here's the exact breath, and it's simple enough to do in the car or in a waiting room. Sit up or lie down, whatever feels good to you. Put one hand on your belly, and then now breathe only through your nose, in and out the whole time. Breathe in gently for a slow count of 5 and let your belly rise into your hand and not your chest. You want to do abdominal breathing, so make sure that hand on your stomach is being pushed out by your abdomen, which is your diaphragm in there, pushing that out. Then let it back out just as slowly for a count of 5. In for 5, out for 5. Smooth and easy, no holding your breath at the top or the bottom. That comes out to about 6 breaths a minute. That resonance pace where your body syncs up and the brake comes on for your nervous system. Do it for 2 minutes. If a count of 5 feels too long at first, start with 4 and stretch it out because it gets easier. The pace is the whole trick. When I first started doing this, my head told me it was way too small to even bother with. I'm a nurse. I wanted the lab, the protocol, the plan, but I'd spent years being told everything looked normal while I felt anything but. And when you hear that long enough, you really stop trusting what your own body is telling you. This breath was one of the first things that helped me to trust my body again because I could feel my shoulders drop in real time. If you want the exact morning and night version written out for you, along with a few other nervous system resets that I lean on, that's inside my free nervous system reset guide. I'll put the link in the description below for you. I made it so you don't have to hold all of this in your head. And if you want to take this from good to noticeably better, there's one small add on almost nobody talks about. Keep your mouth closed the whole 2 minutes. I know that sounds too small to matter, but it's the difference maker. The inside of your nose and your sinuses make a gas called nitric oxide all day long. And the only way that it reaches your lungs is when you breathe in through your nose. Nitric oxide opens up your blood vessels. It carries more oxygen into your tissues and helps calm the inflammation down. Breathe through your mouth and you skip almost all of it. So keep it nose only, start to finish. That one quiet rule can just about double what those 2 minutes do for you. So when should you actually do this? Timing changes how much you do get out of it. So, two windows matter the most. First thing in the morning, before the day grabs you, do your 2 minutes. It sets a calmer baseline so you're not starting out already revved up. Then again at night, right before bed. Your body collects stress throughout the day and inflammatory signals go all day long. And that bedtime round helps to clear some of it out so that you can drop into the kind of deep sleep that your body needs to actually repair. If you're a wake up at 3 a.m. person, this is a gentle one to keep for those moments too. And anytime a stressful wave hits, a hard conversation, bad news, that tight chest feeling, you can go through it right then. I've also worn a little nervous system tracker for a couple of years now, and it really has helped me. And this is one of the few things that reliably shows up as my body is shifting out of stress mode. It's not a magic fix, but I use it for daily support and nightly support, and I have felt a true difference. If you're interested in that, it is the Apollo Neuro. I wear it every day, and it truly has made a difference for me. But I will put that in the description, the link for you below. The one thing I don't want you to do is don't try this once. Feel calmer for a minute, and then decide it didn't fix your autoimmune disease so that it doesn't count. That's not how this works. One session presses the brake. Doing it every day, morning and night, is what slowly trains your body to hold that calmer setting on its own. Think in patterns, not one magic bullet. The slow pace, the nose breathing, the steady rhythm, the timing, they all point at the same thing. You're giving your nervous system enough safety often enough that it stops keeping the fire lit. That's the whole game. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below, when you slow your breathing down to that pace, 6 a minute, where do you feel it let go first? Your shoulders, your jaw, your belly? I read every one and it helps me to know what you guys need next. So if this helped, give it a like so it reaches another woman who needs it. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next one and share it with someone that you love who's been told her labs are fine, but still feels inflamed and exhausted. And if you haven't grabbed your free nervous system reset guide, it's waiting for you in the description below. Remember, your body isn't broken, it's burdened. And when you understand those burdens, you can finally begin supporting your body in the way it's always needed. Please take care of yourself because you do deserve to feel better. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.